Hello everyone, welcome to Hill Street. Today's story is They Keep Following Us. If you end up enjoying this story, please leave a like. And if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Now, let's get to this nightmare. So my girlfriend and I recently started dating. Being young and dumb, 17 myself, and her 16. We decided to sneak out as much as possible to stargaze. The first night was amazing. We found a spot not too far from her house. We hung out and looked at the stars. The second night was different. We went to the exact same spot and everything. Just the area felt off and uncomfortable. Then we heard a tapping on the back of my car. This will remain a constant event, by the way. We decided to go to another spot and see if that was better. We parked after about 5 minutes of driving, where a cornfield and a forest met. We felt better for about 15 minutes, then decided to chill in the car. After about a minute, the tapping started. We immediately left the area. While looking for our third spot, we noticed a bridge on Google Maps, so we went there. Right as we got there, it felt so heavy and so off. I don't know how to explain it. We sat there for about 5 minutes before I felt this pressure on my head, and all of my senses felt dull. That's the best way to describe it. My girlfriend asked if I was okay. I tried to say no, but couldn't. I said yes without any control. After another couple of minutes, there was a loud scratch on the back of my car. And I know it wasn't from a branch or anything. There was no trees close enough to hit my car. We both shot up and left. I dropped her off at her house. I started on my way home. Not even a minute after I dropped her off, she says something grabbed her. She had scratches. I stopped to make sure I didn't have to go help her. It felt like something was behind my car. I looked in my mirrors and saw this figure. Everything about it looked off. It was pure white. I looked at my passenger window, and there was another one looking at me, almost studying me. I sped home that night. The next night, we wanted some answers, so we made a visit to every location. First off was the stargazing spot, then the cornfield, and last, the bridge. The stargazing spot and the cornfield didn't feel as bad as the previous night. Then we reached the bridge. It was unbearable being there, but I was dead set on getting answers and getting peace with the situation. So being 17 and stupid, I got out of my car. I walked a good few feet in front of the car, and standing in the tree line was my girlfriend. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Help me." I stepped forward out of natural instinct. Then I realized a few things. 1. My girlfriend was in the car. 2. The thing trying to act like my girlfriend had a jaw unhinged, and the eyes had this cloudy, dead look to them. And 3, this one's the worst. there was this big bony hand on my right shoulder. I ran to my car door and drove off. It's pretty hard to shake me or make me scared, but that turned me into a 5-year-old girl. I dropped her off and went home. She went on vacation, and the temptation to go there back myself was hard to resist. I ended up not going and waited for her to get back. So she got back today, and we wanted to see each other because why not? Most of the time there was pretty okay, until about 2:30 a.m. The cows in the nearby farm started to get a little noisy. We decided to sit in my car for a bit, and that's what we did. So 3:15 came around, and it was time to take her home. I dropped her off and continued on my way. I got to the first stop sign, and standing in the middle of the road was my girlfriend. But everything was just off about her. She just looked wrong. Then she said, "Help me." I know it's not actually her, so I drove off. As I did, there was this blood-curdling and heart-stopping screech. I looked at my phone to see a text from her saying she saw me in her backyard and I was asking for help. As she's about to run inside, this large bony hand grabbed her head and she just books it inside her house. So a small update. I was dumb and decided to go to the bridge by myself. When I got there, it felt normal for a few minutes. Out of nowhere, there was this heavy feeling in my chest and my head. I kinda shoved it off and didn't think about it too much. The only way I can describe it is that I felt all the muscles in my face start to be pulled off. I realized I had to pee, so I stepped out and walked to the tree line. Right when I was finished, I noticed something staring at me. I realized it looked like my girlfriend. I said, "Hey, why are you out here? Are you okay?" It was at this point I realized that my girlfriend is at her house sleeping, which is a good 15 minutes away. The thing said, "Help me. I need help." Her voice was flawless and perfect. I stepped forward out of instinct. When I got within arm's reach, it lunged at me and I blacked out. When I came to, roughly an hour had passed. I didn't know where I was. I checked my phone and the time read 3:45 a.m. I looked at Life 360 and saw where the bridge was and my car. I was about a little over a mile away. I'm not in the best of shape, but I needed to get to my car. So I ran as hard as I could to my car. Made it there in about 15 minutes. When I got in, I locked the doors and started crying my eyes out for half an hour. I needed to get home. I pulled out and started on my way back. As I reached the stop sign, there was this scream and someone shouting help in my girlfriend's voice. I knew it wasn't her. I pulled onto the road and sped home. The entire time, they followed me and screamed the entire way. I'm going back there tonight.